So good to see you. Such an important witness, right? Because this is somebody who is going by a pseudonym. This is alleged victim number 4 in this case, and she has described not only what her working relationship was like with Sean Combs, what this environment was like, but she claims that she, was a victim of both physical and sexual abuse. Talk to us about what Mia has said so far.
Yeah, absolutely, Jesse. So yeah, Mia came onto the witness stand right after Deontay Nash. So she comes in, and I'm going to be very kind of careful.
Through if the weed and the drink are the bullets against our masculinity. The gun that those two are shot from is our hip hop culture.
Well, since we speaking on hip hop and the culture, how do you feel about hip hop overall? Are you a fan of hip hop?
Oh, absolutely.
At which point do you feel that weaponized hip hop made its debut?
Yeah, we don't even have to be too speculative. The studies have been done. Dr. Denise Hurd out of California did several studies chronicling the rise of alcohol references in hip hop, the rise of drug references in hip hop, and the rise of violence in hip hop. Her multiple studies has demonstrated that, when hip hop was very, in its initial stages, was very anti-drugs and anti-violence. The rise of alcohol, drug, and violent references, she chronicles. They were the early to mid 90s, from 79 to 89. And then from 89 throughout the 90s, the level of references went from 13% to like 60% of hip hop was referencing alcohol, drug, and violence. Now, what happened in the 90s that caused this shift?
I got my MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get! Yes! What's next? What's next? I gotta get it. I'm not gonna stay fucking down. I'm not gonna stay fucking lying down. I'm not. I can't do that, man. I can't do that. What's next? Give me something else. What can't you do? I can do it. I can do anything.
Doug Morris, okay? Now this is where this is really important. In the 2000s, the top 5 rap record labels, okay? 4 of the top 5, so only P. Diddy of the 5 top record label owners did not in some way answer to this man. Where is he?
Actually, the only thing that's changed in the industry is the way we distribute music and the way we sell music. Now, people always say, oh my God, that's ridiculous, nothing's changed. Well, nothing has changed. If you don't have a hit, you have a zero. You have nothing. So we're all slaves to the people, the brilliant people who are in touch with the culture and can spot an artist, can spot a record that's going to be important, that people are going to die to listen to over and over again. And that's hard to do. And that's where we invest our money, in these people.
You were the first hip-hop president of a major label in the history of the world.
Mm-hmm.
How did that feel?
Had that big responsibility. I was the rap guy, particularly on women. But I think it helped change the course of the crack epidemic. I don't know what's this opioid thing, man.
But being a crackhead wasn't cool back then. Being a crackhead wasn't cool. Now it seems like they're making it cool to be drinking lean and syrup and
it's the most dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing that's facing our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
But I'm saying that's hypocritical, though. You're saying
it's opportunistic. Yeah. I got people to feed. I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Who's Dame Dash? You brought him up. I don't even know him. So you bring his name up. I don't even know him. So
y'all made a lot of money together.
Made a lot of
money.
Come
on, Leo. Don't do that to him.
I don't know him. I really don't. So, I don't know what to tell you.
Just now, so he's still active, this guy. He wanted to push a kind of composite rap R&B sound, okay? So think about Beyonce, or think about Rihanna, think of that sort of stuff. That R&B thing where you have the R&B, the big R&B act, and then like Jay-Z comes in for a verse, okay? That general model was the Doug Morris model, okay? So Doug Morris is not only basically responsible for making rap bigger than rock, he is also responsible for the ubiquity of that Beyonce, Rihanna kind of R&B thing, that urban R&B thing where you get it's Beyonce featuring Jay-Z, say, or whatever, okay? And there's all sorts of weird collaborations, like, it's Rihanna featuring Ghostface Killer, it's kind of this weird thing where the
that's very obvious in the Epstein case, but I think it's also pretty true as it relates to the Diddy case as well. And he learned this behavior that he's now in prison for and awaiting trial for from various other figures that have somehow evaded the kind of charges that now face Diddy. And why is that? So the series is meant to sort of explore that, and also how this broader, I guess, oligarch network that also has a lot of ties to the Epstein situation sort of pop up in the record industry with direct connections to Bad Boy Records and Bad Boy Entertainment and some of these other business ventures of Sean Combs.
There was a time when we had a corner on that particular market.
What the hell going on? Oh, we heard tale of a party.
CBS dominated every category of music in the entire industry other than black music.
Things were completely separate. The pop radio station only played white artists, and the R&B station only played black artists. Then it was the demand for those records on the top 40 side.
Motown equal one thing: money. It was a rapidly growing business. What happened was the record business became a very sexy kind of a thing where you can make money.
The black music, it was a viable market. It was something to pursue.
It's no longer something that's done a little office someplace with a few people. The conglomerates looked around and said, well, hey, we ought to be in this.
Motown was the inspiration for all the black divisions and all the major companies.
Most major companies, they are unable to really get to the black market because they don't know the market. They don't have black product. You got to get that first and then learn how to merchandise for the black.
The Howard Report was a study that was conducted in 1972, commissioned by CBS, Clive Davis. Basically, it was a blueprint for penetrating the black music marketing with the intention of dominating black music and black artists. I was a liaison between CBS and Howard. As a result, CBS expanded their black music marketing division.
I said, how do we get into R&B music? And I made a deal with Van Born Finance, Philadelphia International. First orders that I signed was Earth, Wind and Fire.
And all major labels did exactly the same thing.
The big guys, Warner, Elektra, Universal, RCA, and those companies.
When I was a salesman for Capitol Records, we had dozens of mom and pop stores. When it was my responsibility.
Me, Leo, Kevin Liles, Russell Simmons. I'm like, yo, Tom Rizzoli just offered me a label deal. $3 million. He said, I give you $1.5 million. You're fucking like a son to me. me, you cannot leave. Russell, he's about to leave. Fucking say something. You smashed the deal. You wouldn't. He said it's his job to keep me at the lowest possible cost.
To be the largest revenue earner for the industry.
I said, what the fuck you just say to me? So it's your job to jerk me? I said, all right, Dad, I'm out. I'm taking the deal at Sony. Like an hour later, Leo, don't want to argue. I don't want to talk. I just want you to meet someone. Doug Morris, which is his boss. Leo really loves you, Doug. I want you to meet somebody. And walks Edgar fucking Brofman. He's the billionaire nigga who bought the Universal Music Group. And he goes, ain't you the guy who thinks they're gonna go to Sony? And he said, what are they offering you? I said, $3 million. He said, done. Put his arm around me. Walk with me.
As the effects of crack, even though they're more subtle, and the effects of the weaponized weed are the effects that the government wants. Because the crackheads, at the end of the day, and the babies born to them, they ended up in these hospitals. Who's paying the bills of the cost of crack? We don't have insurance. So we are not paying the bill. So the crack devastation ended up being costly financially to the government, but not we. Because we live our life, we go through our life at minimal cost, healthcare wise, to this government, but it's having the effect, it sedates the inner cities by neutralizing black male hostility. So we know exactly when, who, and how hip hop was weaponized.